What is crack-a-lack, and welcome back to another one here at Bar Time Outdoors, where we are going to play a fun game today called How Many Licks Does It Take to Get to the Center of a Bowling Ball? Shotgun edition. So let's run through what we're going to shoot real quick, and then I won't talk a whole lot. We're just going to get to shooting. So first, we got the old grandpa rifle, the 410. This is my pop's old 410. I've killed a many of squirrels with this little guy. It's just a single shot 410. We're going to shoot a 3-inch bird shot through that. So that's going to be number uno. See, number dos, we have got the trusty old 16 gauge here. This has actually got an old twisted, you can, instead of the new school, you individually take all your chokes out. This one you can turn at the end of the barrel and adjust the choke right here on the tip of your gun. So that's kind of cool. I wish they would bring that back. So 16 gauge, number two. Number three is gonna be an old trusty dusty 20 gauge pump that my grandpa gave me a long time ago, and the butt broke off of it. And anyway, it just lays around the house now and hope somebody doesn't come in, because that would be a good one to get rid of somebody with. But we're gonna shoot a slug through this guy, because I don't have any birdshot laying around the house for a 20 gauge. So number three is a 20 gauge. Number four is the trusty old 12. This is a Beretta Gold Sport. We'll be shooting some birdshot through this big guy. I'm gonna shoot it probably 2 or 3 times at the bowling ball over there. So this is number four. Last but not least, the Mega Big Daddy double barrel 10 gauge. And I've got 3.5-inch buckshot that we're gonna shoot this bowling ball with this big fella. So I don't think it's gonna survive the old 10 gauge, but we're gonna give it a shot. I might pull both triggers at the same time. Depends on how frisky I'm feeling. So let's shoot some stuff. All right, so first we're gonna start off with the old single shot 410. And I'm self-filming today, so hopefully it doesn't suck. Single shot 410 versus a 12-pound bowling ball. Let's see if I can hit it. We indeed hit it. It fell off the brick there. So in case anybody's wondering, yes, this is a real bowling ball, and it's gonna take a lot more licks of that little guy to do any damage, that's for sure. You can actually see some of the BBs. Let's see if this will focus here. Some of the BBs are still stuck in this bowling ball, and it really didn't do a whole lot. Honestly, I felt some of them bounce back. So we might want to put that thing out there a little bit farther than that. But that's going to be the lowest caliber shotgun that we shoot. So it didn't really do anything at all. And you may ask yourself, why are we doing this? First of all, why not? It's America. Let's shoot some stuff. And number two, for science. Because when I grew up, I always knew I wanted to be a scientist. Just kidding. So number one, didn't do a whole lot. Just took some chunks out of it. I know I wouldn't want to be standing down there and you shoot at me with that, but that's just kind of a representation of what a 410 would do. So let's jump up in caliber. What we're jumping up to is a 16 gauge. It's that old pump, and we're gonna run the choke on full for this, just so we can get the full effect of everything. So 16 gauge, I'm putting 2 in here just in case we don't knock it over on the first shot. We'll shoot it again. 16 gauge versus bowling ball. I honestly don't know when the last time I shot this gun was, so that's a good thing. All right, here we go. It indeed knocked it off. Still nothing crazy, which is kind of interesting, because when we shot the bowling ball with the bow last week, it took a huge chunk out of that other bowling ball. But this is the side that the 16 gauge shot. Let's see if it'll focus here. And as you can tell, just a little bit bigger chunks. This is the 410 right here. This is the 16 gauge. So obviously your pellets are getting bigger. It's doing a little bit more damage, but nothing super crazy yet. I'm surprised. I don't know. Let's stick it back down there and shoot it with a 20 gauge with a slug and see what it does. Okay, so next up is gonna be the old pump 20 gauge here with some slugs. We'll just shoot one slug. And the real trick on this one is actually hitting the bowling ball, because it's about 18 inches long with no sights and no butt. So let's see if we can actually even hit the bowling ball. Here we go. Oh my gosh, we hit it that time. That did some damage. We're missing one side of the bowling ball. Hopefully that's a cool slow-mo video. Now we're talking. The inside of this is pretty soft, so we need to make sure we don't shoot that again. But anyway, that's what a slug should do. A slug is one large projectile. Birdshots is a bunch of little BBs. And I had a feeling that obviously you're gonna get a lot more damage with that slug, but unfortunately I didn't have any 20 gauge birdshots laying around. We don't shoot a whole lot of 20 gauges, so that's what you get if you shoot a slug into a bowling ball. Now let's go back to bird shots. We'll stick it down there and shoot it with the old 12 gauge. But we're gonna try to stay away from this side because now obviously it's gonna be soft. So let's shoot this side again. All right, we are rocking and rolling now with the 12 gauge, and we are shooting some steel shots, so it's a little bit heavier game load, but it's still bird shot. So let's grab the old Beretta here, and we probably just need to shoot one. I have a feeling it's not gonna stay on the block down there. All right, fire in the hole. Whew. I heard some stuff go places. Let's go see what we got. We're getting deeper and deeper and better penetration here. We ate up the bottom of the bowling ball there. Let's see here, let's focus. It chewed that up pretty good. And you can still see some of that steel shot is stuck into the bowling ball. Oh, I was gonna try to get one and show you guys that might not know what bird shot is, what you're actually shooting here. Oh, I just dropped another one. Come on, baby. You can actually smell this plastic. It's like hot. Man, I keep dropping them, but essentially bird shot, this is just steel shot, which is for waterfowl loads. Bird shot is just a bunch of little itty bitty BBs that way when you're shooting, and depending on which choke you're running in your gun, you can have a wider spread, a tighter spread. It gives you more accuracy to shoot flying or moving targets, is all bird shot is for. What we shot out of that 20 gauge is a slug. It's one single big projectile, so that's why it blew the bowling ball in half. But anyway, it definitely did some more damage. I don't know if you can see, that's one of the pellets right in there. So anyway, it definitely did a lot more damage than the 16 gauge and the 410, which is expected. So now we're gonna stick it down there and shoot it with the big 10, and I pray for this bowling ball because it's about to explode. All right, so just for a comparison here, before we shoot it, this is a see if I can hold it right so you can see it. This is a 20 gauge, or sorry, this is a 12 gauge. This is a 10 gauge. This is double-aught buck. And I feel bad for the bowling ball because I'm pretty sure it's going to take one lick of this to get to the center of it. But that's bird shot. This is double-aught buck. This is a 3.5, and this is a 3-inch. So you don't see a whole lot of 10 gauges anymore. I actually bought this 10 gauge just for our YouTube channel to make a hog hunting video in the future. So if you guys want to see that, keep checking back every once in a while or subscribe to our channel and you'll get notified when we do that. But 10 gauge is a bad mamma jamma. You don't see a whole lot of these anymore, and I was lucky enough to buy one at auction, so we're gonna send one downrange. This is the first time she's getting featured on our YouTube channel here. So let's send one downrange real quick and see what happens. This is like holding on to a horse or something. Oh! Tally ho, 10 gauge versus bowling ball. Ah. by a mule. It knocked it off, that's for sure. I'm honestly super surprised. So it knocked a big chunk off the bottom of the bowling ball here. And then these big chunks are it grazing by. The bowling ball was sitting like this. So I don't know if I shot a little low or what, but it hit here, and blew this chunk off, blew that chunk off. You can see the bigger BBs hitting it there, but it didn't do as much damage as the slug did, which is super surprising. I mean, even though it's not a slug, it's buckshot, but I was still expecting it to do more. So, we're not quite to the center yet, so we're gonna have to shoot it again. All right, now's a test to see if I actually got lucky when I shot it the first time, or if I'm half decent at aiming with the sawed-off 20 gauge with no butt. I think I got lucky. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Let's see if we can get lucky again. Here we go. We missed. Round 2. I hit it. I think I hit it high. It blew some pieces off of it. Might have to bring it closer for my horrible shooting skills. We got the neighborhood dogs fired up, it sounds like. Man, this wind is probably horrible. We're definitely picking away at it, but we are not to where we want to be yet. Another 20 gauge. Man, I wish I had some 12 gauge slugs. That'd be cool. Here we go. Another 20 gauge bowling ball. Safety off. Holy cow, I shot like a foot high. It skimmed off the side of it. Holy smokes. Oh, I hit it square that time. There's gonna be 3,000 pieces of bowling ball right here. I didn't really think that through. My wife's gonna be upset lady because little man's probably gonna go over there and think it's cotton candy or something, but we're finally working on it here. We're finally working on it. There's pieces all the way up here. I think we did it. We finally did it. So the correct answer is it takes a 410, a 16 gauge, a 20 gauge with a slug, 2 10 gauge shots, and 3 20 gauge. Holy cow, the wind's blowing, just blew the pool away. 3 20 gauge slugs to get to the middle of a bowling ball. I'm having fun with these videos. I've never filmed videos like this before, but I'm really good at tearing stuff up, and I think I want to do more of these. So if y'all enjoy these videos, let me know in the comments, and we'll do a rifle edition. I've got another bowling ball to blow up, so we might as well shoot it with something. We've got a bunch of fun rifles. Maybe I'll drill the center of this out, put tannerite in there or something. But hopefully y'all are enjoying these videos. We love making content for y'all, and hunting's a little bit slow right now, so we're filling up our time with shooting stuff. I appreciate all y'all. Thank you so much for watching. Y'all get out there and do something. We're all living on borrowed time. Peace!